Hi there! I hope all is well. Welcome to Pearl, a world where modern-day princesses strive for class, sass, and strass. I'm your host, Victoria, coming to you live from the bench, as always. And I just wanted to make this episode for any young girlies out there who are trying to elevate themselves a little bit or trying to kind of dabble or get their toes wet in being classy, because I would say that American apparel right now is not looking too hot. And I think if we were to kind of just add basic classy elements again into our apparel and into our fashion, we could really elevate all of us and bring us to a classier look. So anywho, we're going to get right into it. And I'm actually just going to preface by saying, I know some of you might not like this, but I am going to argue for this one and say that this is pretty much truthful. Everything that I'm about to say, you can hardly ever find a classy girl wearing these kinds of things and presenting herself in these kinds of ways in public. So I'm sorry if you don't like it, but it honestly has been kind of tried and true when it comes to the classy girls that I know. They just all agree on these things. So first off, like the big no-nos, okay, that every girl should kind of follow is, at least number one, no sweatpants ever in public, unless maybe you are working out, okay? So the only exception is working out, but even then, I don't even know, because I would argue that leggings should be used then for workouts, especially if you're outside working out. But I'm just saying, no sweatpants, no pajamas to school, to work, obviously, to the grocery store, nowhere, okay? It is just an extremely lazy look. It's giving lazy. It's giving you don't really want to be here. You don't really care. You don't have like self-respect enough to literally put some pants on or a skirt or a dress or something. It's literally like, let's just throw on a piece of cloth, like loose cloth on us. It's like, it's not even cute. Like, it's personally, I think it's lazy. I'm sorry. So first one is sweatpants, okay? Like no PJs or sweatpants ever. And honestly, all the parents out there that let their children wear that, I do not understand that. Like, I get maybe it's in the culture, but it's giving lazy from the parents too. Like, at least for me, my parents never really wanted me to wear sweats. Like sometimes I would kind of rebel. I remember when I was in high school, I would just want to because of the culture and everybody was wearing it, but I never actually got to wear PJs to school. My mom refused that one. Because, you know, I come from a French woman. I come from a French mom who was kind of raised outside of Paris and then actually went to college in Paris. So these are kind of valid, I would say, arguments. And that's kind of the credential that I have for this. But anywho, and honestly, the ladies in my family have passed these, if you will, traditions and values down over the years. So first one is no sweatpants, no PJs ever out in public. The slight, like almost like 1% possibility is to maybe wear it out when you're working out. Like if you're going on a run and it's like 30 degrees outside, maybe that's acceptable. But aside from that, I would argue maybe then use leggings. It's just more feminine, you know, and it's more presentable, should I say. But then actually number two is no leggings. No leggings outside for casual wear or for school or whatever. And I'm not going to bring in the modesty argument for this one. It's more just, again, like the laziness. It doesn't look sophisticated. It doesn't look refined. And so the only time I personally would ever wear leggings, which I do actually, is when I am working out. Like that's what I work out in, are leggings, especially when it's cold out. I mean, I do like biker shorts, I'm not going to lie, especially when running outside. They're very comfortable and breathable, and I tend to get very hot in leggings when I'm running. But I would just say the only time when you should be wearing leggings is when you are working out at the gym and such. Okay, so I'm saying this because I don't think leggings out as an outfit option is really looking good. Like, again, you would never see an objectively classy lady in society wearing that kind of stuff, okay? So just kind of like trust me and take it from me that, like, I mean, you can, of course, kind of look at this yourself and like look at all the classy girls that you can try and find and notice that they don't wear that. But yeah, I'm here to help you out. So there's that. The next thing, like I said, sweats, no, but like also sweatshirts, no. Like no hoodies or whatever out in public. Again, unless you're working out. Like I think these are the only times you should, you know, consider possibly wearing these when going to the gym or working out. But like for school and such, you really can't just wear like a t-shirt or like, you know, a basic top or something. I think it'll make you look better. Like it's kind of giving like pajama, like you just rolled out of bed. It doesn't look sophisticated. It doesn't look chic. Yeah, maybe like very like famous people are wearing it, but that doesn't make it classy. Okay. So there's that. So those are like the big no-nos, the 3 big no-nos for just work and school, which is leggings, sweats, and sweatshirts. Okay. Okay, now let's see. Oh, actually, I was going to tell you guys about nails. So I see nails as a big thing. First off, you do not want them to be so long, like talons. That is not classy at all. Honestly, the shorter, the better. But I would argue that sometimes long can look nice, but again, not talon length. Like, I don't know, like, I can't give you measurements, but I think you guys can understand that once it gets to a certain length, should I say, it just is not looking good. It doesn't look clean. It doesn't look sophisticated. So I would very much argue against that. And then the other thing when it comes to nails is no nail art or designs or neon bright colors, if that makes sense. Like, you want more natural looking colors. So a great design personally that I love are French tips, and then very light pink, like pastel pinks. Those are just so nice, like very natural colors. Okay, you don't want like very bold unnatural colors, if that makes sense, like neon orange or like neon green or something like that. That's not looking good. So try and be as natural as you can be. Even some like pinks that are closer to white look very clean. They look very nice. So I would just go on Pinterest and search classy nails, but actually be a little bit aware about what Pinterest suggests for that, because I've done that once, and some of the things that they promoted were things that they thought were classy and they just weren't. I'm just going to be honest. So shorter, cuter, cleaner nails look the best for a classy look. Okay. And then let's talk about like face. And oh my gosh, also, I don't know if you heard that that screech. That was literally an owl. But now let's talk about face. Okay, because I see a lot of girls like following trends about these kinds of things, and I just don't think it looks good. And again, I wouldn't say that classy girls would wear this. So number 1 are those extremely long eyelashes. It just, personally, I think it looks a bit ridiculous. Like, maybe from the front you can feel pretty, but any side profile just kind of looks like you have spider legs on your eyebrows. And again, no classy girl is going to be wearing that in public. So you might be like, okay, well then who are these people that we would kind of refer to? Well, Kate Middleton, Princess Diana, Jackie Kennedy, Anne Hathaway, Julie Andrews, and many more. But those are kind of like my main girls. Nancy Reagan. These are very classy ladies who don't do these things, you know, or didn't do these things. So I would say eyelashes are kind of a no-no. Natural, and actually we're going to get into that in a sec. But the next thing is filler and plastic surgery. That is not looking great. And honestly, this is kind of being conflated in the culture right now too. A lot of classy ladies are unfortunately falling victim to the filler and plastic surgery look. It is just not classy, because I think classy women have this value of like accepting your natural beauty, okay, and not artificially changing it and, you know, probing yourself to fill it with artificial things to look a certain way. And I don't know, for me, it just looks more alien. It looks more like balloony, and your skin looks very shiny. And I just don't think that's a very classy look. And it also shows insecurity. Every single woman who is wearing, you know, plastic surgery, and you can see her face is very, should I say, distorted from it, it's giving insecure a little bit. And so, and I feel bad, and you don't want to exude that in society. You want to exude confidence and like you have reassurance of yourself and that you accept yourself for how you look. Okay, then I was going to say the overall makeup look should be a very classy, simple look, okay? Not a lot of foundation and not a lot of colors, should I say. It should be very natural colors. And honestly, I would just say the only colors, quote unquote, that you should use are for your lips and for your blush, okay? I don't believe in like your skin tone being different colors or your eyelids being extremely exotic colors. I honestly don't even use color on my eyelids. I was considering possibly starting some eyeshadow, but I really just like the eyeliner mascara look. I think it's just so clean and simple, and it really accentuates every girl's best features, which are her eyes. And then for the lips, I would recommend very nude, not nude as in like pale, like skin color, but like very lipstick nude, if that makes sense, like a glossy pinks, very soft pinks, maybe reds on some occasions, but it shouldn't be, like purple or like brown or black or something like that, or even really bright reds or orangey type lipsticks. Again, the more natural, the better. So I'm going to do actually a classy makeup look and an intro on how I do my makeup, because it literally takes me 3 minutes, like maybe less than 3 minutes. Like the amount of times I'm like in my car before I go to school, and I'm like, oh, okay, I have 3 minutes to do my makeup, and I do it. And it's just great, honestly, because I don't have to worry about like the whole 20-minute like foundation and all that kind of stuff. So in short, it is eyeliner, mascara, a little bit of blush, and then any kind of lip thing. So sometimes it's just chapstick. Sometimes it's lip gloss. Sometimes it's really simple, cute lipsticks, very plain though, like it almost resembles my natural lip color, and that's it. So overfilling and that kind of stuff isn't looking too good. A lot of blush isn't looking very good. A lot of highlighter and those kinds of things, when you start again like making yourself kind of look plastic, not very classy. Okay, you wouldn't see Princess Diana or Kate Middleton wearing that. Just look at those kinds of ladies, honestly. Like the royal like families, should I say, average makeup look is probably a good start. It's like a very good start on how to be classy. Okay. Then in terms of fashion, I've just been noticing, and this is like my opinion because of the current times, but I would argue that wearing something that's kind of completely opposite to modern day fashion is probably going to be classier than any other option. So in short though, like I would argue that my definition of classiness is quite objective, and I would say that most classy girls and people who are living classy lives, should I say, are in agreement with my definition of classiness. Okay, so I say this because again, Pinterest might be very subjective in terms of their definition of classiness. So if at the end of the day, go back to the regal lens of classiness. Okay, then let's see. Okay, shoes, the most like easy way to elevate your style, this is going to be kind of weird, but it's really true, is to not wear black shoes and black socks. It's to wear white shoes and white socks, or lighter colored socks. Hold on. Okay, now for pants, and then we'll go to shoes. For pants, I think just straight, simple jeans are always the best look. Honestly, tight, skinny jeans look really great. They look very put together. But I would argue that if you're not feeling confident in your body or in your size, then maybe you can get a little looser. But I am going to argue that the classier look is maybe a little more tight-fitting jeans. But then if you're going to wear trousers or, like really sophisticated, like actual pants, the loose ends, if that makes sense, like tight waist, if that makes sense, but then coming down on the legs, then it's somewhat looser and breathable. Okay. And then actually I forgot to talk about tops. Let's talk about tops. So I highly recommend wearing bright colors. That is actually a very classy thing. Most people who live in the south of France, and I know this because I go to the south of France like practically every summer, it is very bright colors. It is whites, it is light blues, it is pinks, it is maybe yellows, but a lot of white, honestly. And that's just being worn, and that's what the classy colors are. Very old school, kind of like old money type look are those colors. So you don't want to wear a lot of blacks. You don't want to wear a lot of like dark browns and such. I think it might be appropriate for like winter time, but as a whole, I don't recommend dark colors. Okay. And then for shoes, I would just say if you can invest in white shoes, that would be great, because they tend to, for some reason, be a little more expensive than black shoes. Maybe that's literally the reason why. So definitely look for and try and save for white shoes, white tennis shoes, like kind of white sneakers, but not like school kid, like teenager sneakers, but like really nice, like walkable, again, like south of France shoes and sneakers, where it can either be like a slip-in, like ankle cut off. Like I would highly recommend actually not wearing the long high ankle. What do you call those? Do you know what I'm talking about? Where it's like the sneakers that kind of come all the way up to your ankle and past, and you kind of look like you're like kind of like a gangster or something. That definitely do not wear. I would highly recommend wearing ankle cut off shoes, white shoes, slip-ons, or that you can lace up or something, and then light colored socks are really good. Okay, so these are just some basic tips. I could literally go on and on about all the different ways in which you can be classy in terms of your fashion and such, but I just wanted to give a very quick breakdown and some simple things that you could do to elevate yourself. But yes, in short, all of this is to say a very clean, simple look will do wonders and is very classy. Wear bright colors, simple things, not artificial, nothing kind of like fake. You want to invest in good things, good quality material over plasticky, fake looking things. And then if you're kind of arguing that like it might be difficult to do that if, let's say, you're low income and such, let me know if you'd like a video on how I can maybe help you with affording the nicer things, if that makes sense, on a budget. Because I absolutely believe that being classy has nothing to do with your income. It actually has nothing to do with like how wealthy you are, and anybody can be classy. Okay, so classiness is a mindset. Okay, it is not just like a way of like doing X, Y, and Z. It's like a whole aura and lifestyle that you choose to emulate into society. Okay, but anywho, thank you so much for listening. If you did, I am praying for you. I'm wishing you a blessed day. God bless. Bye.